What's up, hard hitters? Welcome to the new show titled KTFO INFO. It's Friday the 13th, man, so I figured this would be the perfect day to debut this, man. I'm your host for the evening, Chuck P. C-Ville's finest, and ain't shit changed. I'm still here with my right-hand man from the land, Mr. Carl Cleveland. So, Mr. Cleveland, without further ado, let's give the hard hitters some love by letting them know what's going on behind the ring and behind the scene. So let's start out with our boy Tank Davis. Tank Davis, he relinquishes his WBA title to move up to Lomachenko's weight class, just so we could be closer to having that big mega fight for Undisputed, hopefully for sometime in 2020. Mr. Cleveland, we had this conversation. I think Loma will go for Undisputed, win Undisputed, vacate, move down, and we will never get that mega fight. But that's just my opinion on it. What do you think about it, Mr. Cleveland?
Yeah, man. We spoke about that a couple days ago, and I actually agree. This is one of those ones where I don't want to be right, and I hope I have to eat crow, but I see the same thing happening, man. You have Tank who's been calling out, you got Loma who's been calling out Tank. Tank moves up, vacates the belt, and we not fighting next. Then you got other young cats like Devin the Dream Haney calling that boy out, and it seemed like Loma ain't trying to get none of the smoke with none of the people who's calling him out. But we got to take a wait and see approach, man. This is one of those ones. I hope I'm wrong, but I actually feel the same way you feel, man, that he's gonna win Undisputed, vacate, go down and wait, and do what Bob Arum say, go on a world tour, and that would be sad for the sport of boxing.
I definitely agree, man. So in other news, Jarrett Swift Hurd, he pulls out of the rematch against Julian J. Rock Williams to possibly move up to 160. Now, Mr. Cleveland, I said maybe Jarrett Hurd, was having trouble making weight because he is a big boy, and then I had also said maybe he knew he was going to pop dirty for something, maybe for some kind of illegal substance, because J-Rock was very, very adamant about drug testing for this rematch. Now, here's the thing, though, Mr. Cleveland. Even if they would have had the rematch, I still think the results would have remained the same. You had Jarrett Hurd, man. He was in his own backyard. Julian J. Rock Williams went there, and he took it to him, man. He beat the hell out of him, man. A star was born. And if people can remember, we were torn about this, man. We were torn about a prediction because we knew Julian J. Rock Williams was a dog. Me personally, I had went with Hurd because I figured Hurd is a little more battle tested and is in his backyard. You know what I'm saying? He's bigger. I think he'll weigh him down and get him out of there. But hey, man, no, I guess we couldn't be more wrong, man. Julian J. Rock Williams, he went there, man, and he let him have it, man. I mean, and it wasn't even close. But Mr. Cleveland knows him. That's my opinion on it. I think the fight would have remained the same anyway, man. What do you think about it, Mr. Cleveland?
Yeah, man. I'm not mad at you for thinking that he could have possibly been dirty. It don't look good. But like you said, I honestly feel like the fight would have been the same way, man. Whether it had been J-Rock knocking him out or just J-Rock dominating him to a decision victory. This is a fight that Hurd's former trainer, Ernesto, did not want him taking for his homecoming fight. But sometimes people, they start smelling themselves and they think they invincible. And this lets you know that they not, man. It's just a bad stylistic matchup. J-Rock, like you said, this is one of the ones we were both torn on because we both wanted to pick J-Rock just because, like you said, of the size differential. We thought that Hurd would eventually wear him down and stop him late, but it didn't happen that way. Honestly, man, I'm glad. As long as Hurd gets the rematch sometime, I'm glad he didn't take it now because I don't think this would have been the best Hurd. He just changed trainers. They implementing something new. It would have been very hard for me to believe that in one training camp, he was going to be able to change all the things he did wrong in order to beat J-Rock. So hopefully, my man will get his shit together. We'll come back and we'll get that rematch in the future. But man, I'm more interested to see who J-Rock gonna fight now since he ain't fighting Hurd.
Oh yeah. Now let's get into some Freddie Roach news, Manny Pacquiao's trainer. So in a recent interview, when asked about Lomachenko and him being #1 pound for pound, Freddie Roach said, "Listen, I am tired of hearing people say that Loma is #1. He is not fucking #1. Freddie said the #1 fucking fighter is Terrence Bud Crawford, then after him is Errol Spence Jr., and they need to fight." And speaking of Errol Spence's opponent, Shawn Porter, Freddie Roach went on Inside the PBC and told Shawn Porter in his face that Errol Spence is going to kill his ass. Mr. Cookin, what do you think about Freddie Roach, man?
Freddie the joke coach Roach. This just proves the point that a broken clock is right 2 times a day. I actually agree with what he was saying. I'm glad that you got a trainer of his caliber coming out and not believing and not buying into the propaganda that Lomachenko is the #1 pound for pound fighter. He is not accomplished what Terrence Bud Crawford has accomplished, and he has a loss on his record. Not to mention that he has a loss on his record. He never avenged the loss, nor has he fought the style that gave him the loss. So man, no way in the world you got Loma. No way I can take you serious if you got Loma above Bud. When Bud then already cleared out of the division, Bud has no losses. Bud has just as more skill, if not more, than Lomachenko. But you're gonna have Lomachenko pound for pound #1. Get out of here. And as far as Freddie telling Shawn that Earl gonna kill him, man, while I do agree that Earl is gonna win, I think the fight is gonna be a lot closer than people giving it credit for. So we have to take a wait and see approach on that. But I'm actually glad that Freddie the joke coach Roach spoke out against this. We need more people to speak out against this propaganda train named Lomachenko.
Oh yeah, so let's talk some Tim Bradley, all right? Tim Bradley thinks that your favorite welterweight, Errol Spence, is ducking my favorite welterweight, Terrence Bud Crawford. Now, Mr. Cleveland, as much as I love to spar with you when it comes to Errol and Bud, even I know Errol ain't ducking Bud, and vice versa. Errol is out here making moves to set up a big undisputed fight for 2020. He's getting all the belts on his side before he sees Bud, point blank and period. Mr. Cleveland, what are your thoughts on everything that Tim Bradley had to say?
Uncle Tim Bradley, man, he is the biggest raccoon this side of the Western Hemisphere. I can't take this dude serious after you hear this dummy say shit like this. But what makes this even worse is how hypocritical it is, man. He's the biggest hypocrite I've seen because, if I'm not mistaken, he was ordered to fight Errol Spence. And his quote was, "Why would I fight Earl? He don't bring nothing to the table. I'm not fighting Earl." So what you're telling me is Earl trying to get all the belts so he can make this fight more financially sound and reasonable for him is ducking Bud. Man, stop it, man. You must be doing the dope. These is 2 dogs, man. These is 2 real cats. That your boy was ducking him, he would come out and say it. If Bud thought that Earl was ducking him, he would come out and say it. So it's like, come on, Tim, stop that nonsense. Then on top of that, this is how fake Tim Bradley is. He come out and say that Bud is his friend, but then he'll come out and say that Lomachenko is pound for pound #1 if he beats Luke punk ass Campbell. Man, stop it. Stop it. I have no respect for Tim Bradley, and he done lost a little bit of credibility that he had. Man, that Ruslan Belanger fight knocked out last few brain cells that he had. So don't take nothing Tim Bradley say serious. Give him a couple of biscuits and he'll be happy.
All right, so let's talk about the young smiley face assassin, Shakur Stevenson. Shakur Stevenson said, "Fuck that other side of the fence shit. This is boxing. And all you fucking promoters," and I mean he called out the likes of Eddie Hearn, Oscar De La Hoya, his own promoter, the Bob Father, Bob Arum, and never really even seen behind the scenes, the man, the myth, the legend himself, Al Heyman. Shakur Stevenson is very frustrated with the state of boxing right now, and he wants all of those promoters to come together and have a big ass meeting so they can possibly make boxing great again. What do you think about Shakur Stevenson's thoughts on all of this, Mr. Cleveland?
Man, big up to Shakur Stevenson for having the balls to come out and speak his mind like that. I really love the fact that he included Bob Arum in this, because Bob Arum is probably one of the biggest reasons that we're not getting some of these great fights. He listed all the heavy hitters, man. And he's saying, look, we got to come together so we can give the fans what they want. I love the fact that this young cat is taking this stance, man. He's giving the powers that be, he's letting them know what the fans think and how we feel, man. We're tired of seeing these garbage fights. We're tired of seeing these mismatches. We're tired of seeing the two fighters we want to see fight when they out their prime and about to enter the senior citizens home. So I got nothing but respect for the fact that he included Bob Arum in that discussion, man. I wouldn't have taken it serious if he would have left Bob Arum out and just named all the other promoters. But like you said, he included his promoter, which just lets me know, man, he's serious about what he's saying. And he want to fight the best competition. And I'm not mad at him for that, man. I wish more fighters would come out and speak their minds when it comes to things like this, man. So big props to my boy, the Joker. That's why I call him, because he got that sinister smile while he whooping your ass. Shakur Stevenson, man. Big props to him.
Well, there's some pretty entertaining news. Regis Prograis and Josh Taylor, they had their press conference in London with Eddie and the boys, okay? Heavyweights Dereck Chisora and Joseph Parker are on the undercard. So at the press conference, when it was time for Chisora to speak on his fight, he asked Eddie a question. He asked, Eddie, who was the main event in this card? Eddie said that the guy to my right is the main event in this card. He was referring to Regis Prograis. And Chisora said, fuck that. Well, if that's the case, pay me more money then. Chisora then states, no one cares about you little motherfuckers. Boxing has been built around the heavyweight division since the beginning of time. Regis then steps in and said, wait a minute, hold on, homeboy. Me and Josh Taylor, we number one and number two. We number one and number two. With all these titles on the line, including the Ali Trophy. We're in our prime and we're undefeated. So damn right we're the main event. Chisora says, no, fuck that Ali Trophy. You're not coming over here on my soil, because Chisora is a resident from across the pond, everybody. He said, you're not coming over here to my soil and taking any of my fans. None of that shit. Eddie, pay me or I'm not fighting. Mr. Cleveland, what do you think about the events that happened over there in London in this press conference?
You told me about this press. Actually, you woke me up and told me about this press conference. And when you was telling me what Chisora was saying at first, I was like, man, what the hell is this glorified journeyman bum complaining about? Like, he must be out his mind. Ain't nobody trying to watch him fight. Then I went and watched the press conference. I remembered that I had to change my opinion after watching that press conference, man. He was absolutely 150% correct. We the hardcore, so we know who Regis Prograis. We know who Josh Taylor is, but hell, even the hardcores in the UK don't know who those cats are. And Chisora's right. They introducing those cats to his audience, man. And anytime I see somebody put the squeeze to Eddie Hearn, I love it. Chisora, I'm not mad at him for that, because he's right. If you gonna introduce these cats to his fan base, you're gonna need to pay him, man. So I'm interested to see if Chisora is really going to really hold out and not fight, if that was just all talk. But I actually think, man, Chisora is a man of his word. And if Eddie Hearn don't pay him, he ain't gonna be on that undercard. And if he ain't on that undercard, a lot of them people gonna return some tickets, man.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that, man. So let's get into some confirmed fight dates. We got Canelo ducking ass Alvarez taking on Sergey the Crusher Kovalev November 2nd. It's official, people. Now, Canelo wanted this fight at the Canelo catchweight, but Kovalev said, "Nah, fuck all of that, man. If you gon' move up, move up." I still think Canelo is going to drop this boy. I mean, what do you think about this, Mr. Cleveland?
I'm glad Sergey held to his guns and said, if he gonna fight at light heavyweight, it's gonna be at 175. I still think Canelo is gonna win because I think his body work is gonna end up slowing down and stopping Kovalev. The only way I see Kovalev winning is if he can control Canelo with his jab. But I just knew it was gonna be some type of weight stipulation because it's always something with Sweet and Low, man. It's always something with his ass, man. So it just surprised the hell out of me that Sergey stuck to his guns, wasn't persuaded by that money, and said, "Nah, motherfucker, you want this? You gonna have to do it the right way." So Sergey, the stalker Kovalev, man, he actually did something right for a change.
I tell you, that Canelo ducking ass Alvarez. But check this out. I know two people who ain't ducking each other. That's for damn sure. And that's Tony Superbad Harrison and Jermell, the Iron Man Charlo. And it is finally official, people. We're finally getting the rematch set for December 21st. One calendar year, one day away from a whole calendar year from when the fight had originally started. Look, I think they faced each other December 22nd, 2018. The rematch was supposed to be in June, I believe June 23rd. But Tony Harrison had got injured. I think he had some kind of ankle injury, and I was gutted behind that. I was gutted behind that because I have said I was going out here telling everybody this is going to be the fight of the summer, man. I am so hyped for this rematch. You have no idea. And as a matter of fact, Mr. Cleveland, you know what I'm going to do, man? I'm going to let him get a taste of this, man. I gotta let him listen to this press conference. This was off the chain, man. This got me so hyped for it, man. I got to share this with you. And big shout out to Behind the Glove for providing the footage. We'll be right back.
I know you celebrated and enjoyed yourself while you had a chance. I'm training, I've been training. I took this like a wake up, you know, like it was like, I'm Jermell Charlo. And what you're doing is for all of these years. I love what I do. Like I said, I'm glad I kept my composure right now with this individual because I would have really did something bad to him right now. But I have to think about my career first. Yeah. Like I said, keep your cool, parody. I'm different. I don't play that. Just long as you know that, homeboy. I don't care what you say, you're gonna respect me. They call me Mr. Keep running your mouth. You fucked up.
Thank you, Jermell. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we hear from the defending champion. December 22nd, 2018, he fought his heart out in his second attempt at a world title, and he captured his world title. Please welcome to the microphone the defending WBC Super Welterweight Champion of the World, Tony Superbad Harrison.
I don't even know where to start. This guy right here is a clown. The only people that believe in this clown is the people that surround him and the people that ain't never been through it. Like, he don't. My thing is, I don't know who he think he's scared or who he's scared of. Man, he don't. That shit don't scare me. If you want it bump, we can do it. But yeah, come on, man. Look. This is what I'm trying to tell him, though. All right. Shut up. I'll let you talk. Bum. Yeah, shut up, bum. And like he said, you totally are correct. Don't nobody, get a chance to redeem, their losses, because I sure didn't. But it sure show you where I'm at and how confident I am in beating the fool again. You know what I'm saying? So it just shows me. It shows you where I'm at. One more, what my character is as a man, where I stand with myself. I don't need nobody to co-sign me. I could be in the world. They coach me. 3 judges said you lost. I don't give a fuck how many people outside your circle said you won. Nigga, you lost. 3 judges, all championship judges. I don't understand where this clown is getting his statements from. We had 3 world championship judges that did it 100 championship fights in a row. So yeah, your circle can tell you, oh man, you won. Yeah. Your announcers can say that. It was Lions promotion. Do you not understand what we got going on? It was Lions promotion. Yeah, Lennox and them supposed to be all on your motherfucking nuts. It was Lions promotion. I don't care about none of that, bro. Listen to me. I went back. I watched the fight. I muted it because it was so biased, bro. And that's how the world is. The world is just biased. When it comes to him, and listen to me, man. I've always been a realist. He kind of the face of the other division. You know what I'm saying? He sparked, you know, stuff in media and everybody that they think he sparked. But listen to me. The worst thing you can spark is a motherfucker from Detroit. And when I say he sparked me, like literally like any given moment it can go down. Like that's where I'm at with him. You know what I'm saying? So like he not the only one that can be sparked. Like he not the only one with a fuel just ready to be lit, and I'm lit. You know, just like him, I've been training. Like I'm ready for the same outcome. I don't like him.
I don't like it.
I don't like it. I mean, you ain't gotta tell me that. You a cornball, nigga. You's a fucking cornball. You's a fucking cornball. You's a fucking cornball.
Put your check on.
You're a fucking cornball. You's a fucking cornball. Y'all listen to this cornball. Like, this nigga's a cornball. And all the people that be, I look at all the people that say, oh, I'm a Lions. I'm a Lions only motherfucking guy. They like this cornball. This nigga's a fucking cornball.
You don't even want to.
He's a fucking cornball. You a corny motherfucker. You got him that big, oh my God, I don't play games because I don't like to lose. Shut the fuck up, you fucking cornball. He's a fucking cornball. What the fuck says some shit like that? He's a cornball, man. I swear to God, man, look. Man, listen to me, bro. Like, this is the most, hey, D. James, Dereck, you know, like I said, much respect. Much respect to you. Much respect to the guys around him. You know, this ain't got nothing to do with none of his team. It's no shade to none of those guys. It's personal for me though. It's just me and him. You know what I'm saying? It's just one of those things that I just got a personal vendetta for him. He probably got a personal vendetta for I he got a personal vendetta for me. So it's just personal. It's 2 guys. I stopped like your ass alone when you got on that bitch and started crying, you fucking soft ass nigga. That's when I stopped liking you. So shit, nigga, yours just started today. Mine started a long time ago. So it just show you how much fucking personal esteem I got. Like I said, it's personal for me. Whether it was for him or not, it's been personal for me, and I'm glad it's personal for him now. It's personal. Yeah, alright, whatever you say. But like I said, man, it's just, you know, come June 23rd, like I said, you know, controversy was the best thing that could happen because I wanted to fight him again anyway. So controversy was the best thing that could happen. But, you know, come June 23rd, just look forward to a good fight.
Man, it's going down, man. Hey, Mr. Cleveland, what you think about this, man? What you think about this rematch?
He's a cornball. He's a fucking cornball, man. I love that we actually getting a rematch. I actually thought Charlo won the first fight, and I'm looking for him to make the adjustments and win this next fight again. I can't wait, man. The only thing that I'm upset about is that we had to wait a year for the rematch. But like he was saying, my man Tony Harrison got hurt. He got injured during sparring. He had to pull out with an ankle injury. But I'm glad we getting this fight. And we gonna see, man. May the best man win.
Oh yeah, man, I can't wait. So Eddie Hearn has a boxing parody rematch going on between social media sensations KSI going up against Logan Paul. I don't know these guys, man. I do not know these guys, but I heard they have a huge social media following, somewhere around 1.4 million social media followers. I don't know what's going on. I think they have some kind of beef and they want to just get it all squared off in a boxing ring. I don't know, man, but I'll tell you one thing, Eddie Hearn, he smells money. You know, so there you have it, man. What do you think about this fight, man? This parody boxing fight between these two?
Yeah, they don't have 1.4 million boxing followers. That's how much they pay-per-view sold the last time they had a fight, because this is a rematch. I think they got about 40 million social media followers on YouTube, man. So I actually think this is horrible for the older fighters. It might be good for the younger fighters. The only issue I got is if they're making this the main event. This should not be the main event of no boxing. Not at all. Not at all. But I mean, if they making money, I'm not gonna get mad at nobody hustle. If they sold 1.4 million pay-per-views, obviously somebody wanna watch it. Like you were saying, I couldn't tell you who these cats are. They were standing in front of my face, man. I can't tell you who a KSI and you said Paul Logan or Logan Paul. I really don't know who these cats are, but they can make money. Go ahead. And if it can bring more eyes to the sport of boxing, I'm for it. I just don't want this to turn out to be no circus, man. That's what I got a feeling it's going to turn out to be. Hopefully I'm wrong. Hopefully it can get their audience interested into boxing, and whoever's on the undercard, they'll start following those real boxers and say, hey, I like that guy. Let me watch some more of his fights. If it doesn't equate to more viewers for whoever's on the undercard, it was just a big waste of time.
See, and there you go, Mr. Cleveland. Shows what I know. I don't know anything about it, but no, you're exactly right, man. Yeah, that was the number of buys that they had, and like you said, I guess it's something ridiculous with the number of followers that they have. But I don't know, man. You know, Eddie Hearn probably know more than we do. I have no idea, man. But let's talk about Devin the Dream Haney, another fighter under Eddie Hearn. You know, he has a fight tonight against Abdulaev. I'm pretty sure the young lion would take care of business, man. You know, Devin the Dream Haney has his eye on the prize, man. And hopefully, he can get his fight against Lomachenko. And speaking of Lomachenko, he has another fight coming up as well. I think Lomachenko is going to serve this mandatory. And I think that would be the last fight before he goes for undisputed. Mr. Cleveland, what do you think about all of this?
Yeah, I need Devin to stay focused and beat this guy, because if I'm not mistaken, this is for the mandatory, another mandatory for Lomachenko, and I don't want him overlooking this guy because he wants Lomachenko. So stay focused, handle your business, and hopefully he'll get the shot at Lomachenko, even though I doubt it. I don't think Loma wants to work with the young gunner. I don't think he wanted with this young hungry lion, man. I know Tank is Loma's one of his mandatories, so I don't know who this guy is that Loma's supposed to fight. I just know this is he fighting a tomato can. He's fighting basically a stay busy fight, because he's not fighting nobody that I know or nobody who I want him to fight. So, it is what it is, man. I can't say I didn't see this coming.
I hear you on that, man. More Eddie Hearn. He also made it official when it comes to the rematch between Anthony Flopshua challenging the new heavyweight champion Andy Ruiz, part 2. It is official. It's going down December 7th in Saudi Arabia. I checked out the press conference that they had in Saudi Arabia, and it was dull as fuck. A big ass yawn, okay? Neither of them want to be in fucking Saudi Arabia, but this is all Eddie's doing. You know, it's all about the money with Eddie. And it doesn't, but I'm gonna tell you this, it doesn't matter if Ruiz and Flopshua fought on the fucking moon. It would be the same, because I'm telling you, Anthony Flopshua cannot match Andy Ruiz's speed. He cannot match his speed, man. And I'm telling you, the word will is gonna play a part in this, man, because I think Andy Ruiz has the will to kill. I'm telling you, man, Andy Ruiz is going to get in the inside, and he's going to unleash hell on Anthony Flopshua. What do you think about it, Mr. Cleveland?
Like you said, nobody wants to fight in Saudi Arabia, man. Obviously, that was a money grab. I feel like I feel like this. If Andy Ruiz don't knock Joshua out, he's not going to get the decision because the judges had Anthony Joshua up on the scorecards, even though he got his ass beat from pillar to post before he eventually got knocked out. If Anthony Joshua can avoid one of those behind the ear shots or the temple shots, and he can stay on his feet, I see them giving him the decision, man. Hopefully I'm wrong, because that will fuck up the heavyweight division. Because Anthony Flopshua don't want no smoke with Deontay Wilder. I think it's quite obvious right now. He coming out with excuses, talking about Wilder froze him out, even though he was the one talking about if Wilder don't want to do business, he'll freeze Wilder out. My, how the tables have turned on his bitch ass. So I'm pulling for Ruiz on this one. I can't lie. Hopefully Andy Ruiz can beat him, and we will not have to hear from Anthony Flopshua ever again.
I hear that, man. And lastly, we got to mention the money man himself, Floyd Mayweather. That's right, y'all. He's coming back. It's a fact, man. He's coming back. But I tell you who he won't be fighting. It will not be Manny Pac-Man Pacquiao, at least not for now. What do you think he's going to fight, Mr. Cleveland? I mean, one thing is for sure, he is coming back, but no one knows who he's going to fight, man. Do you think he got a rematch against Tenshin over there in China?
Yeah, or Yoshi, man. He going to fight Taka Michiko for all you wrestling fans out there. I really don't know who this guy is going to fight. I really don't care. Floyd is like, he's a tension whore to the highest level, man. This is why people are saying Tank needs to leave Floyd. He's doing more business promoting himself than he is his fighters. I don't care, man. I really wish Floyd would sit down and be a promoter. And the fact that he's coming back, it just makes me think he's losing money or he ain't got that income coming in and he about to go broke, man. It makes no sense for you to come back. The only thing, nothing good can happen from Floyd coming back but him tarnishing his legacy. Because what happens if he take one of these fights that's a cherry pick and God forbid he get caught because he is 42, 43, Father Time escapes no one and gets caught and end up losing to one of these tomato cans, man. That would really fuck up his legacy. Floyd, sit your ass down. Promote Tank. Get your money that way. Come on, fam.
I'm with you, man. So there you have it, hard hitters. Episode numero uno of KTFO Info. Make sure you jab the like button before you go and subscribe to the channel to become an official hard hitter so we can continue to knock these motherfucking haters and the motherfucking trolls up out of here, man. Let me tell you something, man. This is a raw platform right here. This shit ain't rated PG for TV. If you want that uncut, raw talk about all this shit, holla at us, man. Follow me on Twitter at ChuckP216 to stay on top of everything we got in store for y'all. And speaking of, the next time you see us, it'll be September 28th for the big one between WBC champion Sean Porter going up against the undefeated IBF welterweight champion Errol the True Spence. Make sure you check us out September 28th as we talk about both welterweights. Chuck P. C-Ville's finest, Mr. Carl Cleveland, KTFO Info.